Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rudd, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 26. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off play action. Holt rolling to his right.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Off the play fake. Holt. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. To throw on 3rd down. Holt. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action. Holt. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawks. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a give, right side. Rudd, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Holt. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To throw on 2nd down. Holt. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Operating from the gun, Holt. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Holt. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rudd. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for the...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On second down now, Rudd, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. 13-7. Well, looking at it from... Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Looking to throw. Holt. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. So it's his 3rd. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Rudd, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On second down, Rudd, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Okay, break. Spot. Go. Cowboy 80. Rig alert.
On first down, Rudd.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Holt. They'll roll him out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw.
Able to hook up here with Ridley.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Seahawks, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
There's Mooney with another catch.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
The Bears at 3-5, 2 games under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Holt. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Holt. He'll buy some time right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Beard. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So here are the Broncos.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
From the gun on 3rd down. Holt. This one caught by Ridley.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Holt. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 22. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now a handoff up the middle. Rudd, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And that flag accepted.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Off play action. Holt.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On 2nd down now, Beard. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no mag.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Viking 18.
They'll run on first down. Beard. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Holt.
Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
Taken in at the 22. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Holt.
That's complete to Mooney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Beard. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. To throw on 2nd down, Holt.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, Holt.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake. Holt sliding out of the pocket.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off play action. Holt rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A final shot before break. Holt. The quick slant caught. Touchdown.
Cole Kmet
As time expires in the first half.
And the Bears get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake. Holt. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Holt. He'll buy some time right. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A gain of 32 that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Beard.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Beard.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Check smash. Check smash.
Off the play fake. Holt steps away. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Cole Kmet,
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
and the Bears have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a give, right side. Rudd. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Holt. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Beard. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off play action. Holt sliding out of the pocket.
Across the middle and into the hands of Rick.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Welcome back now to Denver.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the side.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now a give right side.
Rudd. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Now this time he'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st down, Beard. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears. They'll run on first down. Rudd. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Rudd. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Beard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.